For those of you that may not be familiar with the VW bus, everyone's seen them, but there was kind of two different versions. This one is what we call a split window or an early one. So this was made prior to 1968, and it's set apart by the later models by the fact that it has split windows, two windows in front. So you can always tell if it's an early bus or a late model based on that front window. The bay window is the next generation. And as things evolved over time, taillights got bigger, turn signals got bigger, windows got bigger, because these were all safety features for visibility and things like that. But the unique characteristics of this bus to me are iconic. The front end on this car is just, there's nothing else like it out there, right? It's just uniquely it. And it has absolutely zero modern safety features whatsoever. I always joke with people that, you know, the crumple zone, you are the crumple zone, because there's like a piece of metal here, and when you're driving this car, you're like right up against the windshield. So it certainly is not a vehicle that you would ever want to be in an accident in, because it would not be favorable. But it's a beautiful car to drive around. It's fun, very visceral, so you hear and feel everything when you're driving this car, from the sounds of the motor, the shifting of the gears, every bump in the road, and the way it handles. And the contrast when you drive this car and then you get in a modern vehicle, you really realize just how far we've come in vehicles and the functionality and how they perform. So this one in particular has a cool feature. These are called safari windows. So obviously these cars didn't have AC. People actually ask me, hey, does this car have air conditioning? I'm like, no, it doesn't, but this particular model is a 23 window. So if you look around the car, we'll pan around a minute and you'll see these skylights up on the window. Let's come around here and look at those. So other than the 23 window, you can see that they had a lot of features to get airflow into the car. Even up under here, there's a intake, and I've got a little lever up here on the, there's a lever right up here on this box. So I can open the vent. There's a flapper assembly in here that lets airflow in, and I can direct the flow whether it comes here or whether it goes to the back. And then we can open these front windows, these side windows. Lots of airflow through the car, which helped mitigate the feeling of being hot. These side windows here are pop-outs, which is kind of cool. Again, airflow. And then probably one of the coolest features is this particular vehicle is what we call a double door model. And if you look, we could throw a football through the car and play catch. And so the double door model is most of them just had doors on one side. Then this sliding rag top, you can see when we open it up, when you sit in there, you get a really feeling that you're part of nature. You know, you're just kind of out at one with being able to see out here. You know, it's a pretty sizable sunroof. Now, one of the other features are these 23 window models have these skylights on the sides. So that's one of the ways you can differentiate them. And I saw an ad that VW had put out, and one of the things they advertised about these skylights is that when your family was on vacation in the Swiss Alps, you could look out and you could see the beautiful mountains through these skylights. So I've never had the good fortune of being able to cruise in one of these in the Swiss Alps, but that would be an amazing experience.